Boom, ever onward tribe, July Commander's coffee. I've got one that's bothering me more than I wish it would, although I think it speaks to a big enough topic or principle that maybe it should bother me as much as it's bothering me. But I had this, interaction today that I wanted to share because I think it speaks to a greater principle or at least drift in our culture that's bothering me quite a bit. I was picking up somebody I'm driving through kind of a downtown city. I had to pick a friend up. I'm driving, I'm coming down city streets, so wide enough for two cars to go past each other, but also cars on either side, so, tighter than your average, smaller town street. As I come around the corner, there's two young lions, two boys, I'd say 14, no more than 15 or 16, on skateboards standing in the middle of the street. I come around, they see I'm making my way. They definitely take their time posturing a little bit to get on their skateboards and go away. And as I'm getting close to passing them, one of them kind of starts doing this little pulsing thing, definitely testing me to see if I'm willing to go past him or kind of exert his dominance out there in the natural world. Now, look, I grew up skateboarding. My brother skateboards. He skateboards to this day and is an absolutely gorgeous skateboarder. And skateboarding has had a counterculture for many, many years. And they like kind of fighting against the man and authority and all that good stuff. And I respect that. Young lions trying to cut their way in the world does not bother me. But as I finally get past them, the kid kind of pulses out at the exact seconds I'm going past him. Doesn't hit my car, I don't hit him. I'm going maybe 12 miles an hour. I get past him, and as I get past, both of them throw up two, finger gestures at me, start screaming a tirade of words that I haven't heard since I've been in the Navy, and one of them throws a Starbucks cup at my car. Unfortunately for them, and maybe fortunately for me, I come to a stop sign, not 30 yards in front of where they are, and then I see them kind of working out whether they come up next to me. But I don't think that was the case. They actually pull up right up next to me. I roll my window down. I don't even care, to be honest, about them throwing the thing, other than that I don't like that there are no consequences for behavior. They start screaming again about I almost hit them and this and that, and I was like, boys. I don't think you're recognizing that you were obviously posturing and trying to do what you were trying to do. I passed by you. Don't let it hurt your feelings that if you think you're going to tilt against a vehicle, you're going to lose in that situation. I knew where the car was. It is what it is. They start kind of yelling and complaining. You almost did this, and then start calling me names. I take my seatbelt off to get out of the car. Now, between you and me, so you know, I'm not going to jump a couple 15-year-olds in the middle of the street and teach them a physical lesson. If you put both these kids on a scale, I don't think they'd equal 150 pounds soaking wet. But as I get out of the car, they take off in a dead run. Now, I like that because that's what it used to be. I grew up in the 80s and early 90s where, as a kid, if you played stupid games, you won stupid prizes. Any adult could tighten you up if you did something wrong. They could probably even use corporal punishment, and they wouldn't be the one that was in trouble. You'd be in trouble. And when it got to your parents, you'd be in trouble twice. I tell this story not because of the, the interaction with a couple skate kids that I'll forget about by the time I go to sleep tonight. But I do think we have lost something as a culture in that it takes a village to kind of raise people up. And it takes a level of consequences in people's actions if they go the wrong route or overstep, that it seems to me we are less and less willing to say or regulate. I'm telling you, based on the choices we're seeing in this world, based on the main principles, and it's usually the extremists that are talking about this in the current political space, and ideology and who believes what about gender, and name the myriad of topics that we all seem to disagree on. I think the bulk of us know what's right and wrong, know what should and should not be. I don't think enough of us are saying it. If you see something, say something. If there's something going on that's wicked, be willing to intervene. If you can't do it on your own, form a posse and go do it together. It does take a village. If we don't take care of this and kind of manage who we are going to give it away. Ever onward.